There's nothing on. You see, we see all the dirt and stuff coming through the window, so I guess that was an early indicator that, you know, this place is probably buried, but you'd think there'd be a lot more damage here. I guess we'll have to investigate that. That's about all we can do up here for now. But now that we've got this handle, we can actually allow ourselves to progress. I'm going the wrong way. Head back downstairs and... Well, actually, we can do a couple of things here. If we insert the light bulb and the movie memory into this viewing machine thing, chuck that on. Alrighty. We got a photorealistic view of something. All sorts of crap all over this table and... Oh, I can click on something. Ah! Oh. Thanks. That was about my reaction the first time I played this game. Like, just that hand just coming to bring it toward the camera just freaked me the fuck out. But we have an ID card, which is good. This series is very eerie and creepy like that. Nothing really scary, although that kind of got me to jump the first time, but yeah. This is more of a surreal kind of series. It's more so just getting into your head, really. But after we pull that lever, we go back upstairs, going the wrong way again. God damn it, Matt. And there was a little symbol next to that lever of like a little circle with a line through it. That was actually an indication that it did something with this ladder. That's how you turn this ladder back up. Alright. As we know by now, definitely, metal conducts electricity. Marvelous. Anyway. Alright. So, we have another number puzzle. E. Well, we have there's three numbers here. C, M, and E. If we think about those for a second and consider that there have been many references to something by the name of Einstein, I think you know where this is getting at. The combination we want is to solve for E equals MC squared. So C equals 2, M equals 686. C squared is 4. 4 times 686. Rightio. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 8, 32, 34. 24 again, so 27. I did that wrong. Okay. It looks like all my mathematical education has completely gone to shit. So 686 times 4. Oh. That's what I didn't do. I can do smart, guys. Alright. Head over this way. There's another secret here. I haven't seen one of these in a while. 17. Awesome. And... Oy, this thing. Alright, so... This thing... It's a bit of a pain. Press the button. Two things will move. One will move fast, one will move slow. Each one does something different. And I can never remember an effective way of doing this properly. I have these two lined up. Pressing this is probably going to mess it up, isn't it? Yep. Absolutely. Oh. Hold on. Oh, damn it. Okay. Get that back. That's probably the fastest time I've ever solved that. Alright, let's keep moving on up. Now, this may be a little hard to see, but there are two darker areas on the side here. We can actually travel into these. One of these has another secret for us. other way is where we're going to be using these coils. Very nice. We seem to be lighting up a lot of green lights for something. Wonder what that's for. Keep heading on up. Alright, we got the light at the top of the lighthouse. Now we've lit up a few things here, so we must be doing something right. Another secret, number 19. Almost there. And another note. So here it is. I did draw a portal in here, however it's not stable. I'm going to use it, even though I can't tell where I'll end up. Feel free to use this door whenever you like, just remember that the number of places it can take you to is beyond wildest imagination. Or I'm just trying to keep you from exiting the lighthouse. Either way, decide for yourself if you're going to use it or not. M. Why, thank you, sir? Anyway. ID card goes in there. But we have nothing important here. We do have a key though. The dig out key. And there is one place left in this entire lighthouse we have not been able to access yet. This place. This little dig outs. Alright, there's our last secret. Awesome. And now we have a fuse. This looks like it'll fit in that thing. So let's head back on up, do the thing. Maybe we'll get ourselves out of here. Alrighty, all 5 lights are up. Okay. So, this is the point where if you haven't found all the secrets and are wanting to, you may want to turn back now and do that. But, that's it. Let's pull the switch. I see me walking out. Yeah, I can see that. I see a seashore. Yep. Did I travel too far or too early? Wait, what? It's confusing how time and space seem to unite. But wait a minute. Isn't that just an image on a computer screen? How meta. Oh, god damn! You found 20 secrets. Congratulations. What do you get? Nothing! Oh, fantastic. Alright, so that does it for Submachine 2, The Lighthouse. But I guess there is one thing I can show off from, like, the past of this game, because Submachine 1 was kind of unique of having so many different iterations over that frame of time. Pretty much every other game was its initial release and then its HD release whenever that came out. This got one revision, but basically all it amounted to was the recoloring of some things and the replacement of some secrets. Which I guess I can show off in this ending bit if I feel like. But there is one thing I do want to show off, which can actually give you a feel of some things that were different in the original release of the game. And now for a special presentation. Anyway, this right here is what is known as the sketch of Submachine 2. It's for all intents and purposes an early prototype of the game, and I feel this would be pretty cool to show off because not only am I showing off a prototype of the game, but it also leads into what I was talking about with the major difference between the different versions of Submachine 2. Most of the text in the intro is the same, although the visuals is different and the music's different as well. It's actually some really nice music here. And what we're seeing on screen now, I'm pretty sure is just Skutnik at his desk playing Submachine. I mean, if I made it, I would too. It was like watching the whole room at the same time. That's actually interesting it brings that up, because that's one thing I can talk about with this prototype. In one of the things that it implies was going to be a bit different. Because as a prototype, we'd obviously be able to see things that could have been different, things that did or didn't make it into the final cut. And concerning seeing the room at the same time, one thing that I find really interesting about this prototype is that we're not seeing the entire room all at once. This kind of shows that Submachine 2 may have taken a different turn on how we actually see the rooms, in that we actually can turn around and see the room from different angles. It would have been a very different game if it was like this. Now, this is actually never really implemented in the series. We keep the like holes see the whole room at once kind of feel for pretty much the entire series, but it could have been like this, and I find that really interesting. Alright, so as for starting off this prototype, we have the old Submachine arcade cabinet, the gramophone, the thing. And one of the biggest difference I wanted to talk about before, and this is still in the current free version of Submachine 2 you can play online, but it's different for the HD release, as I showed you before, is the user interface. The cursor is different, as you can see, and the inventory system, actually go down the bottom of the screen here, and it pops up like that. It still works off drag and drop as well, and that's still how it works in the current free online version, but the HD version, obviously, is just like every other version in the current float engine. And for this prototype, we obviously have a few items with us already. We've got a copper key, memory, light bulb, the wisdom gem, the first diary page, and this prototype actually has 7 secrets for us to find. I guess we can go find them. 5 of them are in this screen right here. And so we got the mechanical thing. Try to get all these. Even some of the sound directions are a bit different, because listen to the picking up sound. So that's different. Alright, and this right here is actually a good example of one of the things I talked about with one of the secrets in Submachine 2. Was the tile on the wall. It's this one right here. You wouldn't know to look here unless you knew it was here in the first place. And that's how it was in the original version of Submachine 2 before that tile added the cracks to it. That one doesn't even break. God damn it. But yeah, 5 secrets right there. And if you want to get all the secrets on this prototype, best to do so now, because we're about to leave this room and never be able to come back. Chuck the wisdom gem in there. And that thing works a bit different. Now we got a projection of a door, which is actually a real door somehow. And this looks familiar. This is the screen we saw at the end of the extended version of Submachine 1 if we went through the red door. So that's interesting. Too damn dark. Alright, top of this door we have a silver key. Right there. And I've got a viewing machine projector thingy. So we'll chuck this stuff in there, turn him on. We see nothing! This doesn't actually show us anything at all. So, no creepy hand bringing a card up to the eye socket. But we actually look into this little alcove here. We get the second diary page, which gives us a value for M. We get a value for M and C in this prototype, but they don't get used, interestingly enough. So, yeah. But, check down in the corner here. You get a little secret, which is about as hidden as the tile on the wall, but I'm not sure which one's worse for it. On out of there, we can use the silver key on this door here, which will give us our 7th and final secret. That's pretty much all this room does, other than, you know, playing with the lamp. So yeah, we got all the 7 secrets. We still don't get anything for it. Alright, over to the left here, we have a window, and it's not on top of here. Ignore the Windows notification sound. Yeah, on one of these windows you'll be able to find this. It's a bronze key, which I don't think we end up using. Now, I mentioned that we also get a value for C, and the way we get that, picture of the lighthouse by the way, is kind of creepy. You get a code for on the picture of the lighthouse here as well, but this doesn't get used either. But for the code for C, well, that's... yeah. So this is probably the door we came through out of that projection, but we can't go back into it, and neither of the keys we have work on it. There's no way back in. We got some little scratch marks on the wall here. Looking very creepy. This is known as the blood door. It's obvious to see why. Anyway, down here we have a cogwheel, but we can't do anything with it because we can't go back in and check out the gramophone. Okay, game, now you're just messing with me. But yeah, this is how you get your clue for C, which is 3 here. So what was M? 911. So 1833, that would have been. I did a better job at math here than I did in the... Well, actually, I got it right in the recording of the actual game. I just didn't put the right numbers in. And I got this as well. So apparently there was going to be a screwdriver in this prototype as well, but that didn't even make it into here. And believe it or not, that's it. That's all there is for us to do. The last thing for us to do here is to use this copper key on this door, and that's it. This is as far as the sketch goes. Sorry, hope you enjoyed the time spent here. So, yeah. So it's really interesting to see that we get to see what this early prototype was like, and I'm really thankful to Matus Skutnik for actually letting us access this, because it's really cool to see just what could have been and what didn't make it. And I think this was the best way for me to show off this user interface, because again, this was the biggest difference between, well, not just the original, but also the current free version, and the HD version, being that, you know, all this is different, which is obvious to see by what I played earlier, which was the HD version, which is just like everything else. But yeah, this is what the original inventory system was like. Still drag and drop like the first game. You have to come down here to actually have a visual indicator of the inventory instead of just being at the bottom of the screen. I mean, it's a little neater and more consistent the way it is now, but yeah. But in any case, that's all I have to show for this. So basically, just imagine what I played for you earlier, just with this. That's the original version, and the current online version. And there's really nothing else for me to say here. Well, except for that next time we meet in the Submachine universe, I'll be tackling Submachine 3: The Loop. So get excited for that. But, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, guys, my name is Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later. Oh, and as for the relocated secrets from the original version of Submachine 2, initially you could find 3 of them in the room in the sewers where you found the note to Elizabeth. 2 of them were moved, 1 to the handle of the projector, and the other to the windowsill on the first floor. So, there you go.